Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Starcraft2 Direct Strike Weekly Brawling. Today we are going in as Dehaka, and I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be playing the match like normal, but I'm going to spend a little bit more time explaining how Dehaka works and how to sort of use them versus the metas and everything. But with 6-time aura buffs, it's going to be a little bit weird, but I will explain the basic mechanics of him and how you level him up, etc., and just basic his functionality for the most part. So, I mean, it's a little bit different for everybody how they want to play him and everything. I mean, there are so many different versions and metas you can play Dehaka as, but overall, he does serve a pretty general purpose as a frontline tank, as actually Dehaka. And then his rabbit swords are pretty good at being armor busters early game and a little bit late game too. But after that, I'm going to say mid to late game, Dehaka is more of a support character. Ooh, excuse me, I just woke up. Dehaka is more or less a support character I tend to find than like a frontline assaulter. Ooh. Get this sound turned down. Alright, let's get our lizard on the board. First thing I always do is get the gas down with Dehaka because he is expensive. I always do trophy rips, it just gives me more aesthetics. And then we are going to save 400 minerals to get Dehaka himself down. Now, the way Dehaka works is he basically levels up as you spend minerals. So the more of these you spend up in this corner, this is our mineral gauge, the more levels you can get on Dehaka. So let's plop his big old beefy ass down. I will do all the leveling stuff in a second. Let me get my auras. I'm gonna do some attack speed. Let's do some range. Definitely range. And attack speed. Okay, looks like we're going all range and attack speed. Alright, now to actually level Dehaka, this is just with the initial place down of Dehaka and a refinery. Click this little evolve button here. And that's basically going to bring him up. As you can see right now, his experience is currently sitting at 110 out of 140. And he has a total, these essences are what's used to level him up. So you automatically acquire these. You gain 1 essence for every 5 minerals spent. Each point grants point plus 7 life. So he gets more life as you spend more of these. So the more essences you acquire, the more he will get. Now in terms of abilities, he's got 8 different abilities. You unlock these last 4 as you level him for the most part. And forgive me if I keep rambling, but I also have to get my units down at the same time. So,
we require more minerals.
alright, I always do rabbit sword combos right off the beginning. That's just me. Alright, now back into actually evolving him. You get Evolve Leap, which he leaps towards the target, dealing 25 damage plus 50 damage. You guys can read the tips or pause the video. You get Intimidating Roar, which basically strips their attack speed and their movement speed. And then as you upgrade this a little bit, it just basically increases the effect and strips their armor too. So really cool. You get Evolve Devourer, which just basically increases the buff duration and then the range, and then the cooldown reduction. Fire Breath you get, as you can see, at level 6. So Siege Tank Gravisaurs. Alright, yeah, you get this at level 6, which is his Fire Breath. And then I'm going to get my Roar. I always do one of each, or I do All Life and then Devour or Roar, depending on what we're facing. You get Detection at level 5, so this is good. You get Increased Armor, and then you also get his ability to attack air units at level 10. So it's really cool. And then basically all you do is plop units down and you spend your minerals. And you get really, really cool stuff. And you're able to keep leveling him up. Look at my Rabbitosaurs.
We require more minerals.
Okay, siege tank level Rabbitosaurs. That's a new level. And bonuses I got to Rabbitosaurs were basically +1 range and then +15 damage to armor. So that's why Rabbitosaurs are so good early game versus armor. Alright, Dehaka is now level 4. I've spent a grand total of 581 essences on him. So 5 minerals divided by whatever that is. You guys can do the math. Next thing we're going to do, we always get the roar. There goes the bunker. Let's get some weapons. Make our siege tank Rabbitosaurs a little more powerful. Let's get him some armor too while we're at it. Bye bye, Phoenix. We're gonna outrange Phoenix. I'm gonna push T2 just because we can. Which means if my Rab's got that much range, that means my Hydras and everything else might have insane range also. Let's do some Hydras. Alright, Dehaka is now level 5, which unlocks either we can make him a detector or we can get him armor bonuses. And I'm actually going to get him armor bonuses. Hydras, we're going to get 1 weapon range too. We're going to get another worm down. Help deal with some of these aircraft. Two Nikirs? Interesting.
We require more minerals.
Oh my god, my Impalers would have insane range also, and Igniter. We gotta do Igniters. We have to try Igniters. With all this range bonus, we got 3 range bonus, we're gonna do like a fire AoE cone. We already got the last gas, so we're good until the 10 minutes. Now it's just basically we're sitting back, spending units and upgrading Dehaka as we go. Mutos will probably have good range, really good range too. Ooh, we gotta test some of this stuff. What do our Igniters have? 4 range. We missed getting one down for the wave, unfortunately. I'm gonna kill this Nikura. Now I wonder if my worms have... Oh yeah, my worms got range too. Let's do one more weapon. That Nexus is gonna die before we get to see anything. GG. Dino power with insane range. I think I just found a new meta for Dehaka. All range bonus. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we didn't get it past the 10-minute mark to really show how Dehaka evolves even more. But as you guys can basically understand the gist of it, the more minerals you spend, the more you can level up Dehaka. So by the 20-minute mark, you should pretty much be up to level 8 to 9, maybe even 10. Yeah, you would have to do the mineral math, and then you basically can start unlocking all his other abilities. You kind of want to focus fire. You want to get either armor or detection right off the back, then fire breath. Then you can get the second one, whether it's detection or armor, depending on what you're facing. Then you can kind of layer in the evolve regeneration. I like his regeneration. 9 health per second is actually pretty powerful when you stack bloods on the aura too, or just in general. You will want to go into either Roar or Devour to max those next. I tend not to really do the leap per se, but it can also grant him beneficials at level 3, so it does give him +1 armor for 1.4 seconds, and then it also does do more damage and weapon damage. So, what is it? Damage increases by 25 plus 75% weapon damage. Oh, okay. So Leap actually does really bump him up in terms of deeps. So, okay, that's pretty cool. And then, like I said, I mean, this is pretty much Dehaka in a nutshell. His units per se, I mean, unfortunately, it's not going to let me show any more units, but you do line of Ravisaurs or two. This will nuke Tychus early game, and this will especially nuke any armor units early game. Then normally his Hydras are not really that powerful, but because we had 10 range on them or whatever, where you can basically outshoot everything, so that is what it is. Igniters are very good versus light units. They will do bonus damage to light targets, and they do a good base 31 damage, so they're pretty good AoE cones too. So this is Dehaka in a nutshell. I hope you guys found this interesting and this really helps you guys play them a little bit. If you have any further questions, leave a comment below and we will get some more matches up and running. Take care, guys.